Hello, my name is Chrissy Seibel, and we are going to chat through the basics of using essential oils. We've been using essential oils in our home for about 5 years now, and I'm going to share some of the ways that we've used them and some of the ways that they've really just changed the way we do things. So, the first thing we want to talk about is that there are three cool things that you need to know about essential oils. The first thing is that oils are 100% safe and natural. There's nothing added to them. There's nothing taken away. They are pure extracts from plants that give us amazing health benefits. They're safe for babies, safe for kids, safe for adults, safe for the elderly, even safe for our pets. Everyone in our home can benefit from the power of these essential oils. There are no side effects, no addictions, nothing we need to worry about. So if you've ever taken the leaf of a peppermint plant and rubbed it between your fingers and smelled that beautiful peppermint smell, you're smelling peppermint essential oil. The leaf of the peppermint plant has little oil sacs on it that hold the essential oil. And all doTERRA does is extract that oil so we can carry it with us in a bottle instead of having to carry an entire plant with us. The two really important things that make doTERRA so safe and natural for our families is that there are no contaminants and fillers. Unfortunately, most of the oils on the marketplace right now are adulterated in some way. They're either diluted, they're synthetically created in a lab to smell right, but then they're not going to have those therapeutic healing benefits. Or there's just something going on there. They could be contaminated with pesticides or herbicides or something that we wouldn't want to put on and in our body. So with doTERRA, you can be assured that there are going to be no contaminants, no fillers. These are 100% pure all the time. The second thing that makes doTERRA different is that our oils are grown in the place in the world where that plant grows best. So if you ever have had strawberries, okay, we've all had strawberries. If you go to the grocery store and buy strawberries in the middle of winter, and then go to a strawberry patch in the middle of summer and pick it yourself or buy them off the truck or whatever that looks like, they're like two completely different fruits. Because when you pick a plant in the environment it's supposed to grow in and you pick it at its peak of freshness, we just get a better product. It has more potency. It's just going to work better and do what we want it to do. And so that's what doTERRA does. They go to the place in the world where these plants grow best to make sure that the chemistry is going to be the absolutely best to give us the power to do what we want it to do. So when we're talking about peppermint here, some of the things that I love peppermint for, number one is energizing. So if you have a little peppermint oil, I love to do a drop in the palm of my hand. I'll rub my hands together and take a few deep breaths in through my nose. And it is uplifting, it's energizing. I love this in the morning when I'm trying to get up and moving through the day. So you could put it in a diffuser. doTERRA has lots of different diffusers to choose from. I love this one. Top comes off, in the middle there's a little line, you fill it with water, add your drops of water, and you're ready to go. So, or add your drops of oil. So I love peppermint in my diffuser in the morning when I'm getting up and getting moving, during homework time. Anytime you need some focused energy, peppermint's going to be a great oil for that. It also promotes clear breathing. I can tell I can just breathe more freely, more openly. I wasn't really feeling congested to begin with, but it absolutely helps that peppermint just kind of opens up our airways. Peppermint is also cooling to the body. So for whatever reason, you have an elevated body temperature, whether it is somebody's feeling under the weather and having a fever, it could be you're out in the sun too long and you have a sunburn, it could be that you are having a hot flash. For whatever reason, peppermint is going to help cool your body. And then finally, peppermint's really great at relieving headaches. I love it kind of way back on my temples, away from your eyes. Peppermint or oils like to spread. Peppermint in the eyes does not feel great. I'll do it across my forehead, on the back of my neck. All great ways to use peppermint oil. Okay, so first cool thing about essential oils is that they're 100% safe and natural. Second cool thing about essential oils is that they are effective. In a lot of cases, they are more effective than our modern approaches to health problems. So I don't know if anybody in here has a medical background, but bear with me when we go back to middle school science. I taught high school science for 12 years, so I get really excited when I get to talk about science. Okay, so let's say your fist is a cell. Our body is made up of trillions of cells. This is how our body communicates, how our body functions. And your cell is surrounded by this outer fatty membrane. And the purpose of that is to keep the good stuff inside of our cell and the bad stuff out. Now, there are two main threats on the health of our cells. Number one is viruses, and number two is bacteria. One of the differences between those two pathogens is that viruses live inside of our cells. They replicate the DNA inside of our cells. Bacteria live outside of cells. So when you are feeling under the weather and you go to the doctor and they say, nope, there's nothing we can do for you. You have a virus, go home, rest, drink lots of fluids, end of story. The reason why is because synthetic antibiotics are water-based. And we all know that water and fat, or water and oils, don't mix. And so that synthetic water-based antibiotic cannot pass through that outer fatty membrane to get to the virus on the inside of our cell, which is why they can't give you an antibiotic for a virus. So instead, this is where I love to be able to turn to my oils. Oils are able to penetrate that cell membrane, and they are able to get to the virus on the inside, because oils are oils, so they can pass through that fatty membrane. So an oil I love for this is On Guard. On Guard is Doterra'S protective blend. It is a blend of wild orange, clove, cinnamon, eucalyptus, and rosemary. Those oils are specifically chosen and blended together to give us immune boosting properties. So this oil is amazing at promoting healthy immune function. We love to use it topically. And when we use oils topically, that looks like putting oils in a roller ball. This is the easiest way for us to use them. Putting them in a roller ball like this. You can get these right from doTERRA. And I'm going to add for myself maybe like 30 to 40 drops of On Guard. And then I'm going to fill it up the rest of the way with some sort of carrier oil. I love fractionated coconut oil. Coconut oil is fantastic for our skin anyway, but it's going to dilute it down, make it more cost effective because it's going to stretch farther. We're going to use less oil every time we apply it. And it also makes it so that if you have any skin sensitivities, whether it's kid, elderly, or maybe you just have sensitive skin, there's going to be little chance of skin sensitivity if you have it diluted like that. And then we roll this on the bottoms of our feet every single day. Whether we're sick, whether we're healthy, whether it's summer, whether it's winter, it doesn't matter. We want to proactively boost up our immune system so that we're ready to roll. And this is really going to help with that. When I was teaching, I was in high school and I had two young kids in daycare, and we were just sick all the time. I was bringing it home to them. They were bringing it home to me. It seemed kind of unavoidable. And when we introduced oils into our routine, when we started using On Guard on a regular basis, I'm not going to tell you you're never going to get sick again. But what we found was when we did get sick, it would be less severe than the other people around us, or it would last less of a duration, or we just felt better. We would get over things quicker. So using On Guard on a daily basis can really help that. On Guard is also a fantastic cleaner for your home. You can get a glass or stainless steel spray bottle, fill it up with water, add 10 to 15 drops of On Guard, and you can use that to clean and disinfect all the surfaces in your home. Okay. Finally, okay, so that was the second cool thing about oils, is that they are effective. The third cool thing about essential oils is that they are affordable. In many cases, they are more affordable than traditional medical care. So when we got started with essential oils 5 years ago, I had a 1-year-old at the time, and he had ear infection after ear infection after ear infection. We had the appointment made with the ear, nose, throat specialist. We were going to get tubes in the next time he had an ear infection. And of course, that's when essential oils fell into our lives. And we learned very quickly that tea tree oil and lavender oil are fantastic at supporting ears. So what we would do when he would start digging at his ears or pulling at his ears or whining or crying or whatever that looked like, we would, again, back to a roller. I would put like 2 drops of each of these oils in a roller. He was 1, he didn't need a lot of oils, he's little. So 2 drops of each of these in a roller, fill it with fractionated coconut oil, and then we would roll that like along the hard bone of his ear and kind of down his throat to support drainage. And then I would put a few drops of tea tree on a cotton ball and set that inside of his ears. And within 1 to 2 treatments of that, he would stop whining, he would stop crying, he would stop itching at his ears. And we never again had to go to the doctor because of an ear infection. So now if you compare the 64 cents that I just spent in oils to what you would pay if you were going to go to the doctor for an ear infection. Number one, you've probably got a copay. You probably have a prescription cost. Not only that, but if we're going to be on antibiotics, we really should be on a probiotic to put the good bacteria back into our digestive tract. So we've got that extra expense. Even if you don't have a copay, even if you don't have prescription costs, you still had to drive in your car to the doctor's office. And I can almost guarantee you used more than 64 cents in gas to get to the doctor and home. Not to mention if you had to take sick time off of work, anything like that. All of those little things add up. And when we're talking about pennies per dose with essential oils, we have saved hundreds, if not thousands of dollars in medical costs over the past 5 years because we're able to turn to our essential oils first. Now, just to be clear, I'm not saying you're never going to go to the doctor again, nor should you never go to the doctor again. We are so thankful for medical care, and we're glad they're there when we need them. But I love that 80 to 90% of the time I can turn to my essential oils first. They're going to do what I need them to do. And then I can skip that extra step of having to go to the doctor. All right. The last thing that I want to wrap up here with, let me chat about these two oils quick. Lavender. Everyone knows, we all know, lavender is great for sleep. We've heard that before. Yes. Put it in your diffuser, rub some on your hands and put them on the bottoms of your feet. You could make a roller. Absolutely. But lavender is also very calming to the mind when you're awake. So if you deal with stress, anxiety, any sort of emotional struggle, lavender can be very calming. Lavender is also calming for our skin. So if you have a bug bite, a rash, a burn, anything going on skin related, lavender is going to help calm it, but it also can help take away the bite, take away the itch, take away the sting. Lavender is fantastic for your skin. And then finally, tea tree. Tea tree is amazing for all things skin, hair, and nails. I know we just mentioned ears. This is also going to be your go-to if you have acne. It's awesome for a spot treatment. Canker sores, cold sores, dry scalp, dandruff, lice, like weak, brittle fingernails, or like a toenail fungus, all that good stuff. Tea tree is amazing. It's also naturally antiseptic. So you can think of it kind of like an all-natural Neosporin. Use it to clean and disinfect cuts, scrapes, anything like that. These two are an amazing combination, lavender and tea tree, for all things skin and ears. All right, finally, I want to just run through really quick. Okay, we've got these oils. Now, what do I do with them? There are 3 ways that you can use essential oils. Number 1 is aromatically. And that's what we talked about. We can put them in a diffuser and just smell that aroma. Absolutely, smelling an oil can affect your physical body. If you've ever smelled freshly baked chocolate chip cookies and then you're like instantly transported back to like grandma's kitchen and you feel everything that went along with being at grandma's house, whatever that memory is for you, our sense of smell is our only sense directly tied to our brain. And it can have an immediate physical impact on our body. Think about if you've ever had to go to the dentist and maybe had to get sedated a little bit to have a procedure done. That sedation is happening through that laughing gas, right? They're not giving you a shot. They're not giving you a pill. They're giving you that laughing gas, and it's enough to like calm your body. Our sense of smell is powerful. So it's there to uplift our mood. It can also be used to cleanse the air. I love diffusing On Guard to keep the air purified and kill anything in the air. And it's great for supporting our respiratory system as well. Number 2 is topical. We already mentioned we can use that by using them in a roller ball, or you could even take some lotion in your hands. Doterra makes an amazing unscented hand lotion. Put some in your hands and add a drop of essential oils, and then you could use it that way. You could even put some fractionated coconut oil or solid coconut oil in your hand, let it melt, add a drop of oil, and use it that way. Rollers are just so convenient because no one ever has to touch the oil. Really easy, especially for kids. Okay. And then finally, the third way we can use oils is internally. And internally, I realize is a little bit of a controversial topic. And the reason why goes back to that idea that not all oils are created equal, and the majority of the oils that are out there are adulterated in some way, and you absolutely do not want to ingest an adulterated oil. So when we talk about doTERRA's oils being certified pure and therapeutic grade, that means they are a medicinal grade oil. So it is not only safe to take them internally, it's actually recommended in a lot of cases. So I love adding lemon oil to my water during the day. Now, when we do this, we want to drink out of glass or stainless steel, never out of plastic. The oils will actually detoxify the plastic. You'll end up drinking toxins from plastics, which is absolutely not what we want to be doing. So I love adding lemon to my water. It's refreshing, it's energizing, it's slightly detoxifying. So it's really supportive for your liver without any like detoxifying side effects. 1 to 2 drops a day is really all you need, small amounts, but it's really great way. And plus I drink more water because my water tastes great. And then you can also take oils internally in a little veggie cap. So these are empty little capsules. There's little pill capsules and they're empty. You open them up, add your oils, close them up, and you can swallow them. This is fantastic if you have tummy issues. So we have a blend called Digestive, which is specifically for digestive support. Add a drop or two of this to a capsule, get that oil right into your stomach. That's where you're having the issues. And it is so supportive. It doesn't matter why your digestive system is off. That is going to be an amazing oil to just soothe and calm your digestive system. Okay. All right. That was a lot of information in a very little amount of time. If you have any questions, please reach out. Let me know. Let me know what are the 3 things that you are looking to support in your home. What are your main health concerns? And let's go through how we can use essential oils to support those things. I'm looking forward to continuing the conversation with you. Thanks for being here, guys.